Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I feel a whole lot better. I look a whole lot better because yesterday, baby, these eyes were a hot mess. For those who don't know or don't care, somehow I caught pink eye. Is it called the pink eye or pink eye? I don't know. Anyways, my eyes looked a mess. That's the moral of the story. And I was not about to get on here with my eyes running and leaking and crust and all types of stuff going on. So that's why I did my last 3 or 4 videos without you being able to see my face. But you know, my eyes, they still feel a little bit irritated, but it's not like it was yesterday. So I guess that's a good thing. That means that, it's eventually going away. It's like 4:30 in the morning, y'all. I couldn't sleep. My nerves are bad. Hopefully I get everything situated tomorrow. But it's like, what can you do on a Sunday? Anyways, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Let me try to pick my spirits up a little bit. All right. So, Portia. Bitch, I see you for your works. I said, when I made that video, Portia, we see each other. I said, something ain't right with Portia. Something ain't right with Portia. And then this episode, it all came to. I said, oh, baby, she couldn't wait. She couldn't wait to call herself Lil Sus. I'm Lil Sus, that's Big Sus. She couldn't wait to get back in Nene's face. But y'all say that Cynthia is a flip-flopper. Okay. Anyways, we'll talk about that hell for later. Nene tries to spit on Kenya. One of you Nene stands, maybe one of the punks on her payroll. Now this came from a Nene stan, okay? My friend, remember the guy I did the video with one night? I was taking him home. You couldn't see his face. It was dark anyways, but you couldn't see his face. You could hear his voice. He loves Nene. He's the one who told me that in Nene's last video, Nene said that she had some gays helping her get her reads together for Kenya for the reunion. I said, bitch, let me tell y'all something. Lanithia can't say shit to Kenya. You done went to Bulldog's bar, okay? You done went to Blake's on the Park and got some punks to help you come up with some reads for Kenya because you ain't quick enough to come up with it on your own. Let's just call it for what it is. You ain't quick with it, Lanithia, like you claim that you are and like your fans say you are. So while y'all trying to talk about I'm on Kenya's payroll, no. The girls in Atlanta, they're on Nene's payroll. This bitch got a whole writer's room, okay? Anyway, child. So Nene tried to spit on Kenya. I need one of y'all to tell me, what has Kenya done to Nene that's so bad that it warrants her wanting to spit on Kenya? Not what Kenya did to Tanya. Not what Kenya did to somebody else. I need to know, what did Kenya do to Nene that disgusts Nene so bad she just comes undone with Kenya to the point where she feels the need to spit on someone. And you can disagree or not like Kandi all you want to, but just like Kandi said, she deserved her ass whooped. And let me just put this out there real fast. I don't know why y'all think that somebody's scared of Nene. Ain't nobody scared of Nene. Now, we know Portia gonna fight, okay? We know Kandi will fight if she need to. But why y'all keep thinking that everybody's scared of Nene? When have we ever seen Nene put a hand on anybody, okay? Nene, and clearly Kenya ain't bothered by Nene because she sat there the whole time with her legs crossed, the same way she did Kim Zolciak. Like, girl, you're not gonna do nothing. Girl, you're not gonna do nothing. And Nene is a big ass bitch. If she wanted to get to Kenya, she could have. Okay? Anyways, Kandi says something like, you have to be ready and willing to have a conversation. And I think that's what they're not understanding. They're trying to force Kenya to have this conversation with Nene, and frankly, she doesn't want to, right? Either she's not ready to have the conversation or she doesn't want to. It's no different than when Portia decided to finally have a conversation with Nene on her time. When Portia said, hey, Nene, let me talk to you, that was because Portia was ready to have a conversation with Nene. Now, of course, in true Lanithia fashion, she didn't want to have a conversation because Nene said in the after show that Marlo made her go speak to Portia because she wanted to just go get on the bus. So, of course, we know that if you don't do stuff on Nene's time, if you don't go to Nene when Nene wants you to come to her, then the door is closed. So we just need to understand that Kenya and Nene and y'all are trying to make them have this friendship. It's not going to work out, especially when both parties are not ready or are not willing to even have a conversation. Nene walks off. When Nene gets up, Kenya says, the party goes on without you. You already know that. I said, ooh, come on. She basically letting you know, Nene, bitch, you've been in 3-4 episodes, girl. Clearly. We about to wrap this shit up, okay? And you finally got your screen time. You finally got what you wanted this whole season, a fight with Kenya Moore, okay? When Nene walks off, she says something like, I kept rewinding it to see what Nene was saying, but she said something like, you doing all this for $500? I think she was trying to say, girl, you doing all this for $500,000, because they say that's what Kenya is supposed to be getting paid for season 12 because of that stunt she pulled, and you know, she got married off of camera and all that stuff. They start to show flashbacks of Nene and Kenya's frenemyship, okay? And again, I still don't recall a time where Kenya did something to Nene that was so bad to the point where Nene, you know, feel like it's necessary to spit on Kenya. Hell, I would have gave Tanya a pass if she would have tried to spit on Kenya when Kenya brought that cookie lady to that restaurant. Shit, I would have gave Tanya a pass if she would have got up and slapped the dog fuck out of Kenya, because that was a whole nother situation. Kenya tells Portia why she's mad at Nene. They replay the clip. Nene says she's gonna have a buffalo. Nene says she's gonna have a buffalo. Now, you can flip it, turn it, slice it, dice it, smack it around. She called that child a buffalo. Now, is it a possibility that Nene, sometimes all of us, a lot of us, sometimes we so busy trying to get somebody together that we say fucked up shit, right? So, do I think that Nene meant to call Brooklyn a buffalo? No. Do I think that she was trying to call Kenya a buffalo? I do think that. But it still does not take away from the fact that you still said what you said. Like you said it. And y'all know she said it. Because Bravo replayed the clip to show you what she said. Okay? So I need y'all to stop with the whole she didn't call her buffalo. Yes, she did. She called the child a buffalo. Now it's the time for her to try to explain why she did what she did. So Nene comes back. Kenya says, Nene Leaks, this is the problem that I have with you. So now they're about to put it out on the table. Nene Leaks, this is the problem that I have with you. You called my child a buffalo. Nene says, I didn't call your child a buffalo. Kenya says, yes, you did. She says, no, I didn't. Then she says, you know what? If you feel like I called your child a buffalo, I apologize. It was something like that. If you feel like I called your child a buffalo, I apologize. I don't know if that's the same thing as saying, you know what, Kenya, I called your child a buffalo. That was out of order. That was out of line. I was upset. I was trying to get you together, and it just came out, and I did not mean it that way at all. If she would have said something like that, I think that Kenya probably would have received it more. But I don't know, because at this point, Kenya is not here for Nene, and Nene is not here for Kenya. Kenya basically, she accepts the apology, but she doesn't accept the apology. She basically just says, okay, girl. She basically tells Portia, okay, girl, I got it. Just leave me alone. Marlo wants the crown. Kenya knows that it's about to be some shit. So she whispers something to Kandi like, basically, this bitch about to try to start with me. Marlo wants an apology for Kenya coming to her wig launch with Clark Atlanta University marching band. Kenya explains to her exactly why it went up, why it got to that point. We were cool, and then after we fell out, you started to just come at me. I'm paraphrasing. You started to come at me, and when you said what you said about my mother, like you can't come to a fight with a gun and then get mad at me because I go get the weapons of mass destruction and blow your shit up. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's part of the problem that people have with Kenya. And maybe Kenya does not fight fair. I don't know. But like I always say, and like Funky always says too, you can't get mad at a bitch or do something to a bitch and then tell them how to respond, okay? Like, if I slap the shit out of you and you go get a gun and shoot me in my kneecap, bitch, is that like a little bit over the top? Yeah, bitch, you didn't have to shoot a bitch in her kneecap, okay? But at the end of the day, if I would have kept my hands to myself, we wouldn't even be in the spot where, bitch, I'm walking around here with a limp now. People do stuff to Kenya, and then they don't know how to handle when Kenya comes back swinging on that ass. They come to a fight with a knife, and this bitch brings out a bazooka, and now everybody's saying, oh, it's unfair, it's unfair, it's unfair. It's not right, it's not right, it's not right. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that everything Kenya does is right, because it's not, okay? But Marlo crossed the line, Kenya crossed the line, it's like a back and forth with Marlo and Kenya. So Kenya basically says, girl, stop acting like you don't know why we not in the best of place. I brought that marching band because you basically crossed the line that you shouldn't have. Don't talk about my mother. Don't talk about, I guess my non-existent relationship with my mother. Don't talk about my child, and don't talk about my marriage. Okay. I know some of y'all gonna say, well, bitch, you talk about everybody else's marriage. Girl, they all talk about everybody. Let me say something. Girl, I don't even feel like saying that. Now, Kenya, you should have thought about your marriage before you tried to interrupt and disrupt Tanya's relationship with Paul. You should have thought about that, but I guess that don't got nothing to do with Marlo, I guess, girl. So Nene makes some comment in the girl. Listen. Nene makes a comment about Kenya's marriage surviving. Like, at this point, like, Nene can't talk about, like, if you're in an open relationship, that's fine, okay? Bitch, half of y'all in open relationships and don't even know it or don't even want to accept it, okay? But if you're in an open relationship, you can't throw in somebody's face about their marriage not working, because quiet as it's kept, you really not even married. Legal, on paper you are, but when it comes down to it, girl, you're not in a relationship with your husband. You're married. You're married. But that's it. That's it. Anyways, so Portia. Portia is the new flip-flopper. She couldn't wait to get back in Nene's face. She says she thinks she underestimated how upset Kenya and Nene were at each other. No, you didn't, bitch. No, you didn't. I want to see those text messages that Kandi and Kenya say that they have, but they're not going to show. And I keep telling y'all, and this is what I believe. I believe that Kandi, Cynthia, Kenya, and Portia were all together, and they said, bitch, we ain't got to fuck with Nene no more. Nene don't run shit. We can do this shit without Nene. And that's why Kandi said in the after show, bitch, you was the main one telling us not to make up with Nene. And then as soon as you get a chance, you run off in the sunset and have private conversations with Nene that you don't want us to be privy to, right? So now they looking at Portia like, bitch. And so that's why they said in the after show, but we're not going to show the text messages. Y'all not going to show the text messages because you know that it will show more than likely that all four of y'all, or at least all three of y'all, were basically saying, bitch, fuck Nene. We don't need that bitch. We got you back, Kenya. We can do this shit by ourselves. And that's really true, T, because let the record show that Nene was a friend of the Housewives season 12. Girl. Portia says that she's basically bothered that her issue with Cynthia is Cynthia just didn't lay it out on the table. This is my thing. Everybody want to be mad at Kenya, so they take on fights of other people, right? So you have Nene who taking on Tanya's fight because really and truly she ain't got no problem with Kenya. Now, Portia, since you back in Nene's good graces, now all of a sudden you don't like the way Cynthia handled the situation. You don't have to like it because, bitch, it ain't your situation. And if I don't know what y'all want to do, and just like my sister said, people keep saying that Cynthia doesn't hold Kenya accountable. She does. Kenya, when Cynthia has a problem with Kenya, she mentions it to Kenya. Girl, even when at the very beginning of the season, when Cynthia tried to get Kenya tried to get Cynthia together, Cynthia said, "Baby, I'm not Brooklyn. Watch who you talking to." Remember that? Remember when she got mad at got mad at Kenya and didn't talk to Kenya for like a week, and then she went to Kenya's house and she was like, they were saying the prayer. She was like, "Thank you, God. I know I might smell like asphalt because my friend threw me all the way underneath the bus." They had a conversation about it then. I think what y'all want to happen, y'all want Cynthia to say, "Fuck you, bitch, I'm done with the friendship." But that's not their friendship. And again, the difference between Nene and Kenya and Cynthia's relationship is that when Nene gets mad, she chops bitches off at the knees. She tries to go for a whole pocketbook. She tries to get bitches fired, right? When Kenya gets upset or Cynthia gets upset, they have a conversation like friends. Like, "Hey, girl, I thought you crossed the line, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm sorry. I won't do it again. You my sister. Let's hug it out." And then they done with it. And then y'all mad because then y'all say that Cynthia isn't holding Kenya accountable. She is holding Kenya accountable. They say that they don't they let Kenya get away with murder. I don't think so. Kandi even got into Kenya's ass because she felt like Kenya was being wrong for not, I guess, accepting Nene's apology, or she even said that Nene has been trying to have conversations with you, girl, and you just refused to. So I don't get this whole thing of Kenya and Cynthia letting her get away with murder. Like, I don't understand I don't know how y'all friendships work, but if I did something to piss my friend off, 10 times out of 10, me and my friends are going to have a conversation about it, okay? And that's how it's going to work. Now, unless you're just in a toxic relationship like Lanithia and Cynthia, then it may be time to wash hands and let it do what it do, and you go your way and I go mine. So anyways, Portia is basically saying that Cynthia, I guess she just didn't like the way Cynthia handled the situation. You and Tanya were so busy trying to be messy and plant seeds, because quiet as it's kept, girl, Cynthia wasn't even worried about Kenya. Y'all are the ones who went into that room being messy as fuck, right? They were being messy. Tanya, Miss Positive, Miss Happy, Miss Can't Do Any Wrong, she was being messy, right? And that's fine. That comes with the show. She was being messy. Now y'all mad because y'all don't like the way Cynthia handled Kenya. Okay, whatever. Was Nene being genuine? At first, I said Nene was being genuine. Now I changed my mind. And the reason why I changed my mind is because, let me give you an example. If I find out that you're in a abusive relationship, a physically abusive relationship, right? And I know we not on the best of terms. If I say, "Girl, I know we're not on the best of terms right now, but I heard that you're going through some things. I just want to let you know that I hope that you are okay. I hope everything works out for you. And I just want to, you deserve love and you deserve happiness," something like that. And then less than 24 hours later, I get mad at you. And then I say, "Fuck you, bitch. That's why that nigga going upside your motherfucking head." That takes away everything I just told you. So with Lanithia, when Lanithia goes to Kenya and says, whatever she said at the table, but as soon as she got mad at Kenya, the first thing she says is basically taking a dig at her marriage. So your apology or your concern was not apology. Your concern was not genuine. And that's exactly why Kenya wasn't feeding into the bullshit, because she knew as soon as Nene got pissed off like she did, she was going to throw it in her face like she did. Portia says Kenya is reaching with the Buffalo comment. I feel like that's some bullshit. Kenya is not reaching on the Buffalo comment. Let me ask y'all a question. Are y'all reaching when y'all got mad at Eva for saying that PJ looked like Dennis with a bow and a mean side eye? Because, baby, y'all were evil when Eva said that PJ looked like Dennis with a bow and a mean side eye. So, Portia, don't say shit to Eva about that comment if you can't even acknowledge the fact that Nene called Kenya's daughter a buffalo. And let's just put it out on the table. The only reason why y'all are really mad at Eva because she said that is because y'all don't think Dennis is cute. Everybody said when Portia got with Dennis that Dennis was ugly. Why? Portia too bad to be with Dennis. And then Portia had a baby that looked just like the baby daddy, and y'all thought that Eva was low-key calling PJ ugly. That's why y'all got mad. Even the brat was mad at Dish Nation because she felt like that was too much. How was it too much by me saying that your baby looked like your baby daddy? How was that too much? So are y'all reaching? I just want to make sure we got this right. And quiet as it's kept, Cynthia was the one who said Kenya, but Portia ain't going nowhere. That baby look just like Dennis. Basically saying, girl, you can't escape, you're not leaving this relationship because your baby look just like the nigga. And then that's when Eva said, yeah, look just like Dennis with a bow and a mean side eye. That's why y'all really mad. Now, you can take how I said you can take how I said how you want to take it. But that's just what it is. Everybody called that man ugly. Then Portia had a baby that looked just like the man. And then y'all thought that Eva was calling that baby ugly. The baby do look like Dennis. I don't know what else y'all want to say. I put they need to let it go. They just don't like each other. Kandi tells Kenya, girl, basically you need to get over it. It's not that serious. Kenya says that no one has basically had it worse than her. Kenya, you lying, girl. And that's when Kandi says, girl, these bitches accuse me of rape. This is what I want to ask y'all. Why is it okay? Because some of y'all were pissed off that Kandi brought that up online. Why is it that it's okay for y'all to bring up the shit that Kenya has done in the past, but it is not okay to bring up shit that other people do? Why is it okay for y'all to bring up shit that Kenya does, but when Kandi says, girl, the shit you're going through with Nene ain't that big of a deal. Portia accused me of rape. Now everybody, why you bringing up old shit? Bitch, are you serious? That's what I be saying when y'all try to act like y'all not being biased or y'all being fair. Y'all not, okay? Anyways, they go to the beach to play games. It was cute. Everyone's getting along. Kenya and Tanya are hugging. Okay. The Greek goddess party. Kandi wants to reenact a scene with Kenya and Nene. I ain't gonna lie. When she first said that, I was like, bitch, I don't know how this gonna work out. I'm sorry, did I say that right? Kandi wants her, I'm sorry, I think I said that wrong. Kandi wants her and Cynthia to reenact the thing that happened between Kenya and Nene. Nene and Cynthia walk up. Kenya says, "Hello, goddesses." I think Nene spoke back. Okay, so we're being cordial. They eat and drink, and then they let the group know that they plan on having a conversation. I'm not gonna lie, I started laughing when Portia was like, "I don't know, Kandi, this might not be the best idea. Abort mission." I was the same way, like, bitch, this is not gonna turn out right. I just see this turning into a whole another fight. So, Nene gets irritated and she leaves for whatever reason. Then she starts cursing out the producers. Like, Nene, bitch, that's why you only in 5 episodes. You ain't learned? Why y'all think it's cute for Nene to be cursing out the producers? That bitch about to end up just like Vicky and Tamara off Orange County. Keep on playing. Nene, you ain't running shit at Housewives. You ain't learned? Nene ain't running shit, y'all. And when you start cursing out people that you work for, and when it gets back to the people that they work for, that you're being a disrespectful bitch on set, and then you wonder why your ass got demoted in season 12. You went from physically attacking the cameraman, okay, to now cussing out the producers. And y'all wonder why Nene only in 3-4 episodes. Y'all wonder why that bitch didn't really start the season until episode 10. But y'all keep on hyping y'all homegirl up and see what it's gonna land her ass in the unemployment line, okay? Right with everybody else when it's got them coronavirus take over and we ain't got no job. Cause bitch, everything shut down for about 2 or 3 months. She tells the producer, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" Bitch, Nene, what is wrong? Marlo trying to pick a fight with Kenya. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw Marlo trying to pick a fight with Kenya. Kenya looked at Marlo and just turned her head because she knew what Marlo was trying to do. She said something like, "Oh, she walking off just like Kenya," or something like that. I don't know. The party is over, period. They go in, they pack because they leaving the next day. That's all I really have to say. I'm going to watch the after show probably tomorrow. A bitch nerves is bad, y'all. Hopefully I can get everything situated tomorrow. If not, bitch, I'm just going to jump on the top of this roof and jump. No, it ain't that serious, girl. It ain't that deep. But anyways, child. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say, I guess. If I don't, of course, I will talk about it when I review the after show and hear what these heifers got to say. Let me just make sure. Let me just go through my notes real fast, y'all. Hold up. Nene spit on Kenya. Tried to spit on Kenya. I don't know why she's so mad at Kenya, girl. Y'all have to tell me why she's so mad at Kenya. The party goes on without you. You already know that. Bitch, you doing a lot for $500,000. Kenya tells Portia why she's mad at Nene. They replay the clip. Nene comes back. Kenya doesn't really accept the apology. She just basically says, yeah, just to shut them hoes up. Marlo tells Kenya. Oh, I forgot about that part. Marlo tells Kenya. So after Kenya explains to her why they have this issue, Marlo starts to try to piss Kenya off by, okay, girl, you're a good actress. My whole thing is this. If you're... This is the thing with apologies that people need to realize. First of all, just because somebody apologizes to you does not mean you have to accept shit. That's the first thing. I think that for some reason we have been taught, and this is for all of us, we have been taught that when somebody apologizes to you, you accept it and move on. And I've come to realize that, bitch, I ain't got to accept shit, okay? And you ain't got to accept shit from me, okay? Marlo, you don't like Kenya. Kenya doesn't like you. So you don't like the way she said what she said. You probably wasn't going to like the way she said what she said anyways. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, why even demand or request an apology when it's a good chance that you're going to think the bitch is bullshitting you? That's when Kenya gets upset and walks off. Then Kandi goes after Kenya. I think that Kenya was just like, bitch, I'm not about to sit here and argue with no bitch that I don't like. Like, period. And like, truth be told, I think that Kenya not gonna like Marlo. Because Marlo went across the line to Kenya. I do think that at one point, Kenya and Nene could have been cool if Nene just would have acknowledged what she said. I really do think that. Your marriage will probably be survived. Hopefully your marriage will survive. Girl, you in a whole open relationship, Nene. Shut up. Portia, the new flip flopper. Bitch, Portia couldn't wait to get back in Nene good graces, bitch. Couldn't wait. I want to see them text messages. Because I know, bitch, you want Nene out. Now, yes, sometimes when you fall out with people, you might wear them out a little bit, okay? But I bet you, Portia, them hoes is in cahoots together. That's exactly why Kenya said and Kandi said, but we're not going to show the text messages. We're not going to show the text messages. Because, bitch, it really probably make all y'all look bad to the Nene stands anyways. They don't let Kenya get away with murder. They address Kenya. This is the thing. Y'all don't like Kenya, so whatever Kandi and Cynthia, however Kenya and Cynthia and those three do their friendship, y'all ain't gonna like it because y'all don't like Kenya. So anytime they address Kenya, they talk to Kenya, they have a discussion, it's never gonna be good for y'all. Nene wasn't genuine. I'm sorry. Portia says Kenya was reaching. Okay. Don't you say shit to Eva at that goddamn reunion. And don't y'all say shit to Eva either, since we reaching, right? They need to let it go. They don't like each other. Kandi rape allegation is more serious than what you got going on, Kenya, girl. Really and truly, the shit that her and Nene got going on, I mean, it really ain't that deep. To me, it's not. They just don't like each other. Kenya don't like Nene because Nene called her daughter Buffalo. But like I said, it could have been something that could have been squashed a long time ago. Greek goddess party. All right, y'all. I think that's it. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.